ITheir TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Welcome in. It is 5 o'clock on a Monday morning. It is November 24th. You have Ryan and Rachel. It may be Monday, but some of you are saying it feels like a Wednesday or a Thursday, depending on how many days you have off, right?
I am one of those people.
Yeah.
It is my Thursday. I'm very excited about it. Let Thanksgiving week begin.
That's what a lot of people are saying. So a lot of folks heading out of town. What's that going to look like? Well, let's get things started with Kate, who's tracking this morning's weather.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, we have a very busy weather week coming at us. I feel like every Thanksgiving is always when Mother Nature tries to throw a little monkey wrench our way. But things are okay this morning. We're still hanging on to a couple of streams of some lake effect rain, snow showers. It's not really amounting to a whole lot, but still keeping some areas a little damp this morning. Again, it's not amounting because we're in the mid-30s. We're above freezing this morning. And our highs today, we have some 40s in the forecast, and we're also expecting a little bit of sun. Today's kind of our quietest day until we get to the end of the weekend. Starting tomorrow, we have some rain that'll spill over into Wednesday. And then beginning Thursday, all the way until the weekend, we're looking at lake effect snow that really could be impacting you depending on where you were traveling on any day. I'll have all that with the extended timecast coming up in a few minutes.
Well, we don't want to hear that.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you. We got a busy week coming at us. It is Thanksgiving week, and our weather is going to be just as busy. So here's what you need to know. We're fairly quiet tonight. No major issues going on. For tomorrow, we start dry. The rain's developing by Tuesday evening. We're dealing with these scattered rain showers into Wednesday. And then we're going to be transitioning to that lake effect snow. Beginning on Thursday, it's mainly north of Syracuse because of the way the wind direction is. And then we're expecting that to move south into Syracuse and the surrounding suburbs for your Friday before things kind of tapering off a bit by the end of the week. So I'll show you that extended time cast. Nice and quiet as we're up and at them. 40 degrees. It's still a bit breezy this morning, but that wind will slowly come down. We're above freezing for pretty much everyone. So any precipitation this morning, it's not really sticking if it's snow. Otherwise, it's just mostly rain. Cloudy temperatures, 30s this morning, 40s this afternoon. We'll even see a few breaks of sunshine, which that'll feel pretty nice. So it's more seasonable for today and a much drier day than what we had yesterday. But on the radar, we're still hanging on to a little bit of this lake effect rain and snow. It's not really much, and it's not really going to last for much longer. As the day goes on, a lot of that's going to get shut down by a little bit of drier air getting in here. And then here's our next system. So this is the one that's going to keep our weather very busy all the way through the end of the week. It's going to team up with another low coming out of Canada, and both of them is going to give us rain at first and then ending as that lake effect snow. None of that happening this afternoon. We're hanging on to these clouds through at least lunchtime, and then later on today, not long before that sun sets, we'll get some breaks in here and try and get some glimmers of some of that sun. Wind chills today in the 30s. Then our clouds come racing back in here. We wake up mid-30s tomorrow morning. We're dry the first half of the day tomorrow. It's after sunset. We have that rain moving in, starting to get into the Finger Lakes first, late in the afternoon, and then some of that steady rain for late Tuesday night and dealing with these more lighter, more broken up scattered showers for your Wednesday. So if you do have travel plans Wednesday, you're not going to be hindered a whole lot. You got some rain to deal with, but nothing really too bad. Cold front is coming through Wednesday night, and that's what's going to transition to that lake effect. So we have more of a southwest wind when that happens. Most of our lake effect is up towards Watertown and the North Country, and we get some response from Lake Erie over the Finger Lakes. That's Thursday for Thanksgiving. Friday, this is when the wind shifts now northwest. It's going to bring a lot of that spray of snow now down to Syracuse and a lot of our surrounding suburbs southeast of Lake Ontario. And this is where we could pick up a few inches of snow, and that'll carry over into Saturday before things slowly weaken. We even have winter storm watch already up for parts of the Tug Hill for later in the week. So things are a little quieter on Saturday and even Sunday. A few showers developing later in the day.
Okay, thank you, Kate. Right now it is 5:50.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as with Central New York's most accurate.
Things are pretty quiet today. We're still dealing with some lingering lake effect rain and snow showers this morning, but we got drier air moving in later today. We may even see some breaks in the clouds to get a little bit of sun. Temperatures today climbing up to the 40s. The wind we have this morning will kind of settle down a little bit by this afternoon. Just a heads up, we do have a winter storm watch, meaning there's the potential of some significant snow, mostly with the lake effect snow that's going to develop for Wednesday night into at least Friday or even early Saturday. Oswego County, yours is in effect until Saturday. This will get upgraded in the next couple of days. This is just a big heads up. And then where you see the purple, this is where we're going to have our best chance of seeing 6 or more inches of snowfall. Tug Hill area, but then also the hills south of Syracuse. That's a running total from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so this is not exactly a snow map, but it gives you an idea who has the best chance of having to do some shoveling later this week.
Head.
I love that.
Nice that he held up to the bargain.
Yeah.
Look at the smile
Yeah.
there.
It's a great
like,
shot.
oh yeah.
He's like, this is amazing. Welcome in. You have the gang here on a Monday morning. It is 5:31, November 24th. Turkey week is here.
It is. Chilly start, a little wet out there.
Yeah, it's a little damp. Yesterday was just yucky.
Yucky.
Yeah, the whole day.
Saturday was nice. The sun
Yeah.
was out, and that was good. And then yesterday was just kind of, ugh.
I took your advice. I was in the yard on Saturday, and then Sunday
Us too.
I was inside decorating.
Yeah,
well,
we
we
got
didn't
our-
do that. That's this weekend's project. But we got the outside done on Saturday.
And we got our tree on Saturday. It was perfect.
Nice.
I saw that. I didn't realize places were already open.
Yeah, it's great. I recommend. I mean, now it's too late, but the weekend before Thanksgiving, not as busy.
Yeah, we ventured down to the basement.
All
right, get us out the door.
We'll be hitting the tree farm this weekend. For today, for anyone, we got the last couple of days of school before we go on Thanksgiving break, and we're hanging on to some of this lake effect. Not a lot, but there's still some of those little streamers kind of just clinging on in Madison and Oneida counties, even a little bit down in Ithaca as well. We're in the mid-30s, though. Everyone's above freezing, so these roads are just going to be mostly wet for you. So at the morning bell, cloudy, breezy start to the day. Then we'll sneak out a little bit of sun with highs in the 40s.
We begin with it.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you, looking live from our Cavity Skynet 9 camera. It's 40 and a little breezy as we are up and at 'em, about to embark on a busy week. We got Thanksgiving this week. Maybe you're doing some traveling, maybe you're cooking and hosting, or maybe you're going to be going out. Now, the weather is probably going to impact your plans a little bit at some point this week. We're quiet this morning in the mid-30s. We got a little bit of some rain, snow kind of hanging on, but generally cloudy and breezy to start your day. This afternoon, we'll feature a little bit of sun, not much, but at least we'll get a couple glimmers in here. Our temperatures more seasonable with those highs in the mid-40s. There's that spray of lake effect snow and rain that's just still kind of hanging on, but a lot of us are still above freezing, so it's not really sticking, but the roads could be a little damp for you as you are up and at 'em this morning, so just a heads up there. Otherwise, we got some quiet weather right here that moves over us, and that's where we'll get a little bit of sun until we get ready for this. This is going to be the start of our active weather pattern starting tomorrow night, dealing with some rain, eventually transitioning to some snow. Let's break it down for you. I'm going to take you all the way to the end of the week, okay? So here's your time pass. This morning is cloudy. Rain, snow fizzling out. This afternoon, we have that sun, temperatures in the 40s, not feeling too bad. Clouds are moving right back in. We're keeping it dry but cloudy overnight. We wake up tomorrow morning in the 30s, still dry in the morning, still dry at noon. In the afternoon, though, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, starting to get some rain. So for the evening commute for tomorrow, dealing with these rain showers, and the heaviest and steadiest of the rain, which isn't even that bad, but enough where things are definitely going to be pretty wet around here overnight Tuesday into very early Wednesday morning. Wednesday during the day, it's mild. Our temperatures are shooting into the mid-50s for you on Wednesday. a little breezy, but we're just dealing with some lighter, more scattered rain showers. So your travel plans on Wednesday across the Northeast, not that bad unless you're heading westbound. Well, then you're going to run into that snow first. This is what's happening for Thursday, for Thanksgiving. So I'm not anticipating much snow in Syracuse. It's mostly going to be south of Buffalo. But if your plans take you up north, Watertown, North Country, that's where you're going to run into lake effect snow on Thursday. Friday, the wind shifts. It's going to bring that down into Syracuse and the Finger Lakes coming off of Lake Erie, or excuse me, Lake Ontario. So this is where we're going to see most of our snow. It's going to be on Friday. Then on Saturday, we're still hanging on to some of this lake effect snow, still kind of clinging on until eventually things kind of take a bit of a breather for Saturday night into Sunday before we get another system Sunday night into Monday. So just be prepared for quick changeable conditions. We even have winter weather watches for the Tug Hill area already. Area. We're expecting that band to shift south into Syracuse and the surrounding suburbs. So I think this is going to be our highest impact day as far as getting out and about on Friday, and then Saturday we're still hanging on to some of this lake effect. We have winter storm watches right now for Jefferson, Lewis, Oswego counties. Those will get upgraded as the week goes on and will likely be expanded to include Syracuse. Now don't take this map, face value here. This is kind of best chances where you see the magenta color. That's where you have the best chance of seeing 6 or more inches of snowfall by the end of the week. Now, that's a bit of a running total over several days, but that is something that we're keeping a very close eye on for the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll watch it closely. Quickly, to our question of the day before we go to break. This might be a sore subject for
USYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Welcome in. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. We got Ryan and Rachel with you on this Monday, November 24th, the start of Turkey Week.
Start of Turkey Week, a very short week for some. But at the end of the week, we might all see magenta. Is that right, Kate? On the map, that's not good.
I know. Yeah, for our snow lovers, I think you're going to like it at the end of the week. But if you're like, I don't know, enjoy the next couple of days. We're actually not that bad today. Things are pretty quiet. We look at our radar. We're still hanging on to a couple of lingering lake effect rain and snow showers. But you can even see by this 1 hour loop that things have already started to kind of fizzle out here. So we'll keep it cloudy this morning, a little breezy. Mid-30s right now, mid-40s this afternoon. We'll even see a few breaks of sunshine. That'll feel pretty nice. And then we even have a couple of days of 50s coming at us before we go right back into the lake effect machine. We're going to talk more about that with that extended timecast in a few minutes.
The lake effect machine is not...
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you. The Cabby Skynet 9 camera out over downtown Syracuse. We were pretty quiet. You can see the greenhouses in Wamsville glow off on the horizon there. 39 degrees. Still got about a little less than an hour to go until official sunrise. A cloudy, breezy start to our day. Our temperatures, though, in the mid-30s at the moment. So even some spots still hanging on to some showers. We're above freezing. So if it is snowing, it's not sticking really for you. So cloudy, breezy as we are up and at 'em on this Monday. This afternoon, we're looking at some breaks of sun. It's going to help bring those temperatures to the 40s today. So we're feeling a little bit milder than it was the last few days. And we'll keep adding on to that all the way through Wednesday before we get cold at the end of the week. So here's the radar. Still hanging on to some lingering lake effect snow showers. Not a lot, but still some of those kind of wet snow showers in the higher elevations of Madison and Oneida counties, and even a little bit just south of Ithaca, going closer towards the southern tier. Otherwise, we'll tap into some drier air. You can see kind of that dry real estate right there, just down in Pennsylvania. But then this is what's coming at us tomorrow night, and that'll be the start to a very active weather pattern for us for Thanksgiving. Today, though, no major issues. Got any of those showers this morning are going away. We're left with some clouds. And then later on this afternoon, we're going to try and break up those clouds a bit to see some sun. That'll be pretty nice. Quickly replaced by not only the sun setting, but the clouds rolling in overnight. Mid-30s to near 40 tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy, but dry through at least lunchtime tomorrow. after school, after work hours, though, tomorrow, last day of school for a lot of people, too. That's when that rain gets in here. So the steadiest of the rain is happening late Tuesday night, leaving us with some scattered rain showers for your Wednesday. So if you're hitting the road on Wednesday, you're just dealing with a little bit of rain. It's not even coming down very hard. Our cold front moves through here Wednesday night, and that's opening the door for that lake effect. Now, the wind direction is key here for Thursday and Friday. Thursday's wind, southwest. When that happens, it brings the heaviest and steadiest from the Tug Hill to Watertown, North Country, and just south of Buffalo. Friday, we have a northwest wind. That brings that down into Syracuse and our surrounding suburbs. It's sending all the way into the Catskills. So this is where I think we're going to see the highest impact in the immediate Syracuse area for getting out and about. It's Black Friday, you know, it's holiday week. You want to, you know, head to the movies to go see Wicked, you know, whatever you want to do on Friday, you're going to have to navigate and plan around the lake effect snow. You need to pay attention to the radar very carefully. If you're a nervous driver in the snow, change your plans, or just, you know, you really just got to take it easy out there.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's my advice.
You know who didn't take it easy over the weekend? Notre Dame. They put the foot in the gas and didn't stop.
Sore subject.
It is a very sore subject. So we're asking this question in honor.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, big travel week. You're going to be seeing this graphic a lot for the next several days. I want to make sure everyone is well aware of what is going to happen. We're okay tomorrow and Wednesday. It's just mostly rain, and temperatures are actually in the 50s. So, yeah, the rain, not ideal, but it's better than what's happening at the end of the week, because this is when the colder air comes in, and we're dealing with that lake effect. So Thursday, right now, it looks like most of it is just north of Syracuse, mostly impacting the Tug Hill and Watertown area. Friday, though, we got to keep a very close eye on that, because we're seeing signs that the wind shifts then to bring that band down in and around Syracuse. So that's why we have those winter weather alerts. Right now, we just have a winter storm watch up north. I bet by tomorrow, though, that's going to be expanded for a lot of, like Onondaga County, Madison County. I bet all those are going to be included at that point. It's just Buffalo office just getting a little bit of a jump start compared to Binghamton. Binghamton's like, hold on. Give me one more day, and then, yeah.
Okay. The Syracuse blowout. I'm trying to tell you.
The same. I'm like, I don't know what he's
Monday. I'm trying to dust off the cobwebs here.
Put you on the spot.
Anyway, we're talking later in the week, though, because it's going to be kind of one of those tricky travel weeks.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
For those who are leaving.
Okay, all right. Now, I mean, the next couple of days are okay, but yeah, once we get to Thanksgiving and Friday and all that, that's when we got to have a little bit of our guard up. Okay. But you know what I say? It's future us problems.
There you go.
That's like turkey comatose problems, us. You know, here we go on the radar. Things are fairly quiet until you get into parts of Madison and Oneida counties. We're still hanging on to a little bit of lake effect. Not much, but some of those roads could still be a little damp for you as you were up and at them this morning. Mid-30s, so a lot of us are above freezing, so that's helping with our road conditions as well. Cloudy, a little breezy this morning, and then we'll get in on some sunshine before it sets later on this afternoon. Highs are in the mid-40s.
Thank you, Kate. We begin with
what it's like to wake up and go to work in the middle of the night, like a night owl does. So thank you, ladies, for having me. So I told them that, hey, the weather for the next couple of days, it's going to be a little busy. So for one of the last days of school, today and tomorrow before Thanksgiving break, we're cloudy, we're breezy this morning, and then this afternoon, we got temperatures in the 40s. We'll even get a little bit of sunshine. I was telling them all about the ins and outs of forecasting the weather for them. And so, yeah, it was a fun afternoon. Hopefully you have a good day today. Our weather's not that bad, too. Our temperatures a little seasonable in the mid-40s for this afternoon, and we've been waking up to still some lingering showers, not really much, and a lot of this is not even really sticking to the ground because a lot of you are above freezing. We're in the mid-30s to near 40 degrees right now, and we do have drier air getting in here. We can see that down to our south and to our west, so that's the dry real estate and the little bit of sun we get today. before our weather turns very active the end of the week. Starting with this system right here, it's going to team up with another one coming out of Canada, and that's going to give us some pretty busy weather starting tomorrow night. So let's break it down with our timecast. So here are the clouds this morning. This afternoon, still dry, but still cloudy until we get to about 3 o'clock. So at least the last hour or two of the day, we get some glimmers of sunshine, but then our sun sets at 4:34 this evening. So we don't get to enjoy it for very long today. And then overnight, the clouds are rolling back in here. Now we're dry tomorrow morning. We're dry through lunchtime tomorrow. So enjoying the last day before Thanksgiving break, you are good to go. It's during that evening commute time tomorrow. That's when that rain starts to pick up and really move in here after sunset through at least about midnight on Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning is waking up a little damp, but also mild. A lot of you are going to be near 50 degrees already by Wednesday morning. We got a shot of hitting the mid-50s on Wednesday and dealing with some scattered rain showers. So traveling on Wednesday, not that bad, other than you got to deal with some rain. So just take that into account. It's not until Thursday. If you're traveling on Thursday, going to grandma's house or whatever for Thanksgiving dinner, well, if Grandma lives in Watertown, you're probably going to be running into some of that lake effect snow. Northern Oswego County could be a little bit of a rough go. And then by Friday, well, if you're going to be shopping or you got movie plans or anything, you're going to have to really pay attention to the radar. Make sure that you're kind of brush up to speed on your winter driving, because we are going to have to navigate around some bands of lake effect snow for Syracuse and the surrounding suburbs. And then in the steadier bands, I mean, we could be looking at 6, 7, 8, 9+ inches. Possibly a foot or more in some of the heavier bands. Now ruling that, parts of the Tug Hill, I wouldn't be surprised we're going to be clocking in a foot or more in some of those spots.
Grab the snowmobiles.
Yeah, I don't think it's Tug Hill, but I know it's not Tug Hill, but Greek Peak is actually opening up for the season, the end of the season.
Hey, why
right
not?
In the week.
It's cold enough. They'll get some snow. Sure.
All right, you ready to talk about
Your forecast.
Well, right now things are pretty quiet until you go east of Syracuse. Then we still have some lingering showers hanging on, but they are going to go away as the morning goes on. You can see a little bit of a closer view. A lot of this is even just kind of rain because we're in the mid-30s. Here's what it looks like in Morrisville. You see raindrops on the lens. It's 39 degrees in Syracuse. Cloudy this morning, a little bit of sun this afternoon. We got the rain returning tomorrow evening, scattered showers on Wednesday, and then we're turning on the lake effect machine north of Syracuse on Thursday, around Syracuse on Friday. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that this week.
Turn on. Turn off. Let's start flipping the switch.
Oh, I got it. All right, we're going to flip the switch in this broadcast. Take care, folks. See you at noon.